Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the brand Zeesea. All of these are available right now, so I will link in the description box below their site and Instagram page, and then I'll link my Instagram where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. All of these are gel polishes, so I did, for the sake of just swatching them, use first off a peel off base coat, second off no top coat, and then third, I did cure in between coats. I didn't film the curing of each polish. I did use the lamp that they sent. It cures for 90 seconds, so that was quite a long process in between each coat. I'm used to my gels curing for 30 seconds, but for the sake of wanting to follow the rules of this brand, I did cure them for 90. All that being said, I do have 26 gel polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started.
So here's our first coat of Y21. None of these have names and they're all in opaque bottles, so we are just jumping right into the actual swatches. Nice and opaque here on this first coat. It does cover completely in 2, a gorgeous color for spring and a smooth formula to work with. So there is 2 coats. Here's our first coat of Y22. So I didn't mention I'm doing 2 coats for everything, regardless if it was opaque in 1 or if it needed 3. I will let you know which ones I did 3 coats for because I knew this video would be long regardless. So this one is a complete 2-coater for me. Again, a nice, easy gel formula to work with. Here's our first coat of Y23. This one is nicely opaque here on this first coat, just a little bit uneven, so I did build this one up in 3 coats. Again, the formula was nice to work with. Sometimes gel polishes can be thick and stringy, and don't get me wrong, these are thicker than general normal polishes, but they weren't hard to work with at all, and they did have nice self-leveling properties. So there is 2 coats. Here's our first coat of Y24. This one is also nicely opaque here on this first coat. I feel like most of these covered really well in just 2 coats. This one was no exception. I did do 3 on it just because I have ridges in my nails, so it wasn't totally even on 2, but the opacity was there. These all dry or cure after with a glossy finish as well. Here's our first coat of Y25. This color screams summer to me. This is a beautiful kind of peachy color. Ooh, I forgot that since I'm not doing bottle shots, I haven't been describing the colors. This one is a nice peachy kind of light shade, totally opaque in 2 coats. Depending on your application and your ridge situation, you might need 3, but there is 2. Here is a Y26. This is a beautiful robin's egg kind of blue. Again, a smooth formula. I did get opacity in just 2 coats on this one. And I know with gel polishes, it seems like I'm working in super thick coats, but in reality, I'm not. It's just the formula is thicker, so it looks much thicker. So there is 2 coats. So here is Y27, and this is a soft kind of lavender purple gel. Again, a good formula, very opaque here on this first coat. I'm going to go in for 2 today for consistency purposes. Depending on how you apply, you might be able to even get this one in 1. It was extremely opaque. But there is 2 coats. Here is a Y28. This one is kind of a peachy coral shade. It does have those coral components as far as the orange and pink goes, but it is a little bit softer than that bright summery coral. Very smooth application, full opacity in 2 coats on this one. So there is 2 coats. Here is Y29. So this one is a kind of pink toned base with holographic glitter and some platinum shards. Very beautiful glitter polish, full coverage in 2 coats. Super impressed with this one. This one will dry with some texture, so I would recommend doing the top coat for this, and removal will be a little bit more difficult. So there is 2 coats. Here is Y30, and this is a kind of silver-based blue base with holographic glitter, and again the same kind of platinum shards. The little itty bitty ones in here are beautiful silver micro glitter. So I did do 3 coats on this one. I'm showing you 2 again today, and it will also be textured. Here is Y31. This is a bright neon yellow, and for some reason on my brush it looks green. I feel like that's because my brush is black, so I feel if you would layer this one over a black, you might have kind of a slime green color. Formula was good. I did 3 coats for my photo and 2 for my video. No application issues whatsoever on this one. So there's 2 coats. Here is Y32. This is kind of like that slime green color that appeared on my brush for the previous swatch. I'm doing 2 coats today and it looked fine, so I did stop at 2 coats, but in my swatch photos you can see that I probably should have gone in for that 3rd coat, but there is 2. Here is Y33, and this is a bright, hot neon pink cream. Smooth formula. I got full opacity in 2 coats. This kind of screams summer to me, so I will be pulling this one out definitely for my toes for the summer. This is kind of my go-to toe shade in the summer, but there is 2 coats. Here is Y34, and this one is kind of a brighter neon bubblegum pink, where the previous polish had just like a kiss of maybe a purple to it. This one is just a bold Barbie bright pink. Again, full opacity in 2 coats, and no complaints with the formula. So there is 2 coats. Here is Y35, and this is a very hot kind of traffic cone orange neon. This is not color accurate. This is leaning more red in the videos than it is in person. I would say my swatch photo is more accurate. But I did get full opacity in 2 coats, and it does go for all the neons that you can layer them over white up faster. Here's our first coat of Y36. This is a kind of bright fire engine red acrylic. Formula is good. I did get opacity in 2 coats. Depending on how visible your nail line is, you might need to go in for 3 on this one. And all of the neons in this collection will dry semi-matte. Here is Y37, and this is a primary blue jelly. So this one is a jelly. It's more on the sheer side. I'm doing, again, 2 coats for time's sake, but depending on if you hate seeing the nail line, I did still see some pretty visible nail line here at 2 coats. But there is the 2. Here's Y38, and this one is a grape purple jelly. Formula is very smooth, easy to work with, no running, pulling. I didn't have any issues with kind of unevenness that wasn't due to my own ridges. I would recommend going in for 3 coats here, but there's 2. Here is Y39, and this is a beautiful dusty purple base loaded with holographic glitter as well as silver flicks. This one does cover completely and totally in 2 coats. Here is Y40, and this one is a rose gold base with those same elements as the last polish. It does have some holographic larger glitters. It does have some pink glitters as well as some silver microflex. Full opacity in 2 coats. Here is Y41. This one is kind of a green toned gray. Very beautiful, kind of an original color. This isn't something you see very often. It is very green toned of a gray. Formula is great. 2 coats for full opacity, no running, pooling, staining, and self levels really nicely. So there is 2 coats. Here is Y42. This one is a lighter kind of concrete gray cream. Again, this one I felt had kind of a kiss of green to it. Very original, very stunning formula. 2 coats for full opacity, very opaque on the first coat. No formula issues across the board. So there is 2 coats. Here is a Y43, and this one is a medium gray, kind of a slate gray. 2 coats again for full opacity, and again this one does have a green hint to it. Formula was a breeze to work with, not too thick, very smooth application. So there is 2 coats. Here is Y44, and this one is a kind of softer, dusty rose pink cream. Super wonderful opacity on the first coat, complete opacity for me in 2. You could probably get this one just fine in 1 though. But there is 2 coats. Here is a Y45, and this one is a kind of dusty mauve pink cream. Pretty opaque here on this first coat, not totally opaque, so I am going to go in for it too. But again, a beautiful formula to work with. All of these were nice and easy, especially for beginners with gel. But there is 2 coats. And here's our first coat of Y46. This one is kind of a softer pink with peach undertones. A gorgeous pink. I really loved this color on my skin tone. Nice, soft, delicate, everyday kind of wear manicure. And there is 2 coats.
And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye.